Right now, if you died tonight and you don't have a valid will, you have already made a decision. You just didn't know it. The government has a plan for your money, your house, your savings, and your family may not be the ones who benefit. In most countries, a law called intestate succession kicks in automatically, and it doesn't care about your wishes. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly what happens, step by step, when someone dies without a will. Who gets what? Who gets nothing? And why the people you love most might be legally last in line. Let's start with the word you need to know, intestate. It simply means dying without a legal will. When that happens, a set of laws called the laws of intestacy take over. These laws exist in every country, and they don't consider your relationships, your wishes, or who actually needs the money. Think of it like this. Imagine you wrote a detailed note about who should get your car, your savings, and your grandmother's ring. Now imagine that note has no legal power whatsoever. That's what dying intestate means. Your note is just paper. The state steps in as the decision maker, and the state follows a very rigid hierarchy, a priority list, regardless of who you actually cared about. Let me show you how this plays out in the real world. Meet David. He's 44 years old. He has a house worth $320,000, $85,000 in savings, and a car. He has a long-term partner of 8 years named Sarah. They never married. He has 2 adult children from a previous relationship, and he never got around to writing a will. David dies unexpectedly. What happens? In most US states and in most of Europe, Sarah gets nothing. Zero. Because they were not legally married, she has no automatic inheritance rights under intestacy law. The entire estate, the house, the savings, the car, goes directly to his 2 adult children. Now maybe that's what David would have wanted, but maybe it wasn't. Maybe he wanted Sarah to keep the house. Maybe he wanted to split things differently. We'll never know, because he left no instructions. Now let's look at a married couple. Meet Linda and James, married 18 years, 2 kids aged 12 and 15. James dies without a will. In many US states, Linda doesn't automatically get everything. Depending on the state, the estate is split. A portion to Linda, a portion to the children held in trust until they're 18. Linda may need court approval to access money that was supposed to be hers. And here's the part that shocks most people. If both parents die, say in an accident, and there's no will, the court appoints a guardian for the children. It might be someone you never would have chosen. Even after the law decides who gets what, the process of actually transferring the assets is called probate. And without a will, probate becomes significantly more complicated, more expensive, and much slower. On average, intestate estates take 12 to 24 months to settle. Legal fees typically run between 3 and 8% of the total estate value. On a $300,000 estate, that's up to $24,000 gone to legal costs before your family sees a single dollar, and during all of that time, your family can't access most of the assets. The bank accounts may be frozen. The house can't be sold without court approval. If your surviving partner relied on your income, they are financially stranded while waiting for a legal process to complete. I've seen this tear families apart, not because people didn't love each other, but because the legal vacuum created conflict. Who gets mom's jewelry? Who decides what to do with the family home? When there are no instructions, there are no guardrails. The good news, a will is not complicated to create. It's not just for the wealthy, and you don't necessarily need an expensive attorney for a basic will. For simple estates, online will-making platforms like Trust and Will, LegalZoom, or Willing can create a legally valid will for under $100. For more complex situations, blended families, business ownership, large assets, an estate attorney is worth every penny. The cost of a will? Maybe a few $100s. The cost of not having one? We just showed you. Up to 24 months, up to 8% of everything you own, and zero control over any of it. If this video helped you understand something you've been putting off, share it with someone who needs to hear it. especially if you're in your 40s and you haven't had this conversation yet. Your family will thank you. I'll see you in the next one. If this video helped you understand something you've been putting off, share it with someone who needs to hear it, especially if you're in your 40s and you haven't had this conversation yet. Your family will thank you. I'll see you in the next one.